And good morning, guys. This is B Lands from GM Truck Forum, and just purchased a 2019 Silverado RST without sunroof, and love the truck so far. But noticed that in 2019, at least in the version that I've got, they eliminated what I guess everybody's come accustomed to, and that's a sunglass cubby that generally is in your overhead console, and it's a good spot to keep your sunglasses, keep them out of the sun rather than putting them on the dashboard or down in the console. So I kind of took a look at the area that normally would house, and I'm making an assumption here, but the sunroof motor in the area above the console area where you have your lights and some of the switches for your rear view, for your rear mirror and the map lights. Anyway, I went and took some contours off of that area, and I thought that would be a perfect location to go and design and 3D print a sunglass cubby. So that's what you got on the screen. Did this in CATIA V5, and what you can see obviously is the bezel that is going to be visible from the outside, and then of course on the back side this is the cubby that will actually house the sunglasses. I've designed in spring tabs that will pop out, if you would, once I slip it into the hole that I've cut already into the headliner, that should restrain this unit inside the hole that I've pre-cut into the cubby, into the overhead headliner. And I'll go ahead and no-show the cubby real quick, just so you can kind of see how I've got this set up. I did put a return flange right here along the bottom area, even though I'll have a rubber pad or felt lining inside of the cubby itself. Some early comments from some users said that, you know, they had a previous vehicle and that the sunglasses would kind of slide out. So I've got that return flange designed into the bezel, and hopefully that will keep the sunglasses from wanting to jump out and you know, fall down as I'm driving. So that's pretty much it for the 3D design. I'll follow up now with the actual part prior to installation, kind of show you how it all went together, and then the install into the vehicle, and hopefully I'll have a winner. Okay, stay tuned, and we'll be back. Bye. Okay, guys, we are in the truck. Again, it's a 2019 Silverado RST. It is a non-sunroof vehicle. And here was the hardest part of the job, at least when it came to having the balls to go ahead and do it. Here's the cutout that I've made for the cubby. And then you can take a peek inside. You've got two support arms that support the overhead console lighting area where you have some of the switches and the OnStar button. The looks like the plug for the sunroof motor is kind of in the center of the screen there. It had a little clip that would mount it. I've removed that to kind of push it back. Also went in and just put some thermal barrier. It's a little fiberglass with aluminum mylar on it, just to kind of keep the heat off of the cubby, since it's 3D printed. I did print it from Nylon X, which is from Matter Hackers. It is a nylon 12 material with 20% carbon fiber. And then the bezel, I use PLA just to try and get a little bit smoother a detail. So anyway, here's the cutout. I'll follow up in the next segment and show the installation, and hopefully this will go well. See you guys then. All right, guys, we're back in the shop. This is the finished product. Got the bezel painted. Found actually some paint at Lowe's. Krylon's called Matte Coffee Bean. And that looks like a color that is as close as I can to the General Motors color for the overhead console. So there's the inside. I've got it all lined with felt. Got a pair of Maui Jims at the back. And I designed that front lip to keep anything from rattling out if you hit any bumps. Anyway, there's the spring tabs that will deploy once I slide it into the hole, and that will keep the unit, hopefully, inside the headliner. There's the 2 reliefs on the back for those brackets that I showed you for inside. So the cross section's pretty good. This is probably about as much as I can get out of it. I had to design in a little bit of a rebate right there because of the lighting in that overhead console. If I had cut my opening just a little bit higher, I probably could have reduced that a little bit. That's kind of lessons learned for me. But anyway, so that's it. Fits the glasses pretty good. Got a good depth to it, obviously. So next thing to do now is to slip it in the hole of the headliner and keep my fingers crossed. Stay tuned. All right, guys, this is the final look-see. Got it installed. The color is close. You can see it's not 100% perfect, but it was probably the closest color that I could find that was readily available. Sunglasses fit fine. The lip is doing what it's supposed to do. It will act as a barrier to keep the sunglasses from wanting to slide back out. All in all, it looks pretty good. Contour is okay. Like I said, the color could have been just a little bit closer, but it's good enough. It's good enough for me. I think I'm going to like it. May play around with updating the design if I want, if I see that some of the things I may want to change. But right now it looks like it's working. Everything's pinned in there good. The tabs, I've got it locked in. I got a little bit of a gap up top here. But that's because that locking tab there cracked on me when I went to install it. But the side locking tab is engaged, so that's fine. So if I could find better paint, it would probably be a whole lot perfect, but it's probably going to work for me. Anyway, that's it. We'll see if we do any changes to it that I'll post back up. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.